1968 Blackflower Drive is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Please be advised, this episode has descriptions of rape which may be triggering for some listeners. You're listening to a Prisons Break production of 1968 Blackflower Drive. Episode 3. People Die. I know you have most likely forgotten about me. I will reintroduce myself. I am Philip Trayton III, son of Philip Trayton Jr., and grandson of the great Philip Trayton Sr. But this is my tale, a tale of living in fear, the atrocities born of greed and desperation, and the mysteries of time and death. It just is not my time yet. In the meantime, do you like my town? Well, it is not officially my town. It was my grandfather's, but not anymore. Regardless, it has its charms. Donna Quills, with her thick glasses, large mailbag, and plain clothes, walks her dog Lucky, who has a bandage around his waist. The dog proudly escorts Donna as she delivers mail to a select few houses through the morning mist. The rotund man with big arms and a mullet, Barry, of Barry's Bar and Barbecue, is yawning and hosing down the storefront of his bar while chugging an early beer. Larry, tired, dressed in gaiters and thick gloves, picks up bags of trash from sidewalks and chucks them into the back of a flatbed truck. A low-budget, late-night local talk show is hosted by Tick Randall, a failed comedian trying for his last gasp at stardom. His one and only guest is an 18-year-old Perry.
Hi, and welcome back to the TikTok Talk Time Talk Show. I'm your host, Tick Randall, and if you're just joining us, you are in luck. Our final guest this evening is an authentic paranormal investigator. Please welcome Perry Morbis. Hello, Perry.
Hello, do I call you Tick?
Sure. I mean, I'd prefer Your Highness, but you know, Tick'll do. Pardon me?
Your Highness?
Yeah, fine. So, Perry, look, you are a real-life ghost chaser, right?
Basically, yes.
Okay, now, how does one fall into that line of work? I mean, it's kind of unusual, isn't it? It's not like becoming an accountant or a lawyer or even a porn star.
Of course. I guess it all began at a very early age. When I was very young, I discovered I could communicate with the dead. And this ability developed through the years until I eventually realized I should be using my talent for others.
Incredible. So you can actually communicate with the dead?
Yes.
So, will you tell my audience it's okay to laugh then? Because they are dead.
Well, I'm not sure.
Never mind. I'm playing with you. Relax. Now, how old were you? I mean, you said that you were young. So how old actually were you when you recognized that you had this remarkable ability?
I can't recall my exact age, but I do retain a strong memory of my grandmother's perfume.
Interesting.
The scent, it engulfed me, and this was weeks after she had passed.
Really?
Yeah, it spooked me.
I bet. I'm a little scared just hearing that, but correct me if I'm wrong, Perry. That could have just been some other woman wearing the same perfume, right?
What?
Someone alive, right?
Coincidentally, I thought the same thing years later in retrospect, but she spoke to me, and later she touched my head.
Oh my God!
Eventually she appeared before me.
How did she look?
Oh, not good.
Well, obviously, I mean, she was dead. Look, seriously, what did she say?
I never knew. I don't know. I was too young to understand and too young to speak.
Incredible. Moving right along. So, Perry, I'm sure you get asked this quite a lot, but I got to ask too. You ever meet any famous people? Living or dead?
Not really, no.
Come on.
No.
Yeah, not even Elvis? You haven't met Elvis. How about Hitler? Wait, terrible, right? I'm sorry. Tom Cruise? Wait, Tom Cruise isn't dead yet? Or is he? Perry, come on. You would know these things.
I don't think he is.
Tom Cruise, okay.
I might have seen Andre the Giant once, but I can't be sure.
Oh, Andre the Giant. Yeah. Really? That's it? Just Andre the Giant.
You have to understand that I live in a very small part of the world. It's not a nexus of the afterlife. And besides, most spirits, they flee from Earth out in search of past loved ones or heaven or nirvana or hell or something. Something they think is better than Earth.
Fascinating. So even in death, we can all agree, L.A. sucks.
That's what they think. Well, not just Los Angeles, but I mean all of Earth.
Perry, I got to ask you, is there a hell? Is there a God? And is God a big old black lesbian woman?
I don't know.
Oh, come on now, Perry. You don't know. You don't know if she's big, black, old, lesbian, or a woman. No pressure. No pressure. Take your time.
Okay. You know what's great about the afterlife?
No black lesbian deities.
The world is an amazing place. Anything from seeing an active volcano to witnessing the northern lights, from smelling a beautiful exotic rose, or getting a really good whiff of fresh hot pizza, from listening to a baby's laugh, or hearing a brilliant piece of music, or tasting the best chocolate ever made, or feeling a lover's touch. It's all amazing. It's all mind-boggling when you really think about it. Am I right? Wait, think about it. Am I right? Now, imagine all those amazing earthly sensations multiplied by 1,000, by a million. Imagine not just feeling the warmth of the day, but actually flying through the sun itself, or smelling the dust on the moon, or diving into a lake of freezing cold liquid nitrogen. What sound does a shooting star make? What would it be like to be sucked into a black hole and then shot out the other side into another time and place? Your senses would be overloaded. It'd be like being on the most amazing drug you could ever imagine. But it won't kill you. It never could. Because you're already dead. You're fearless. So forget what you think is on the other side. Take it from me. It's beyond your wildest dreams.
The small studio audience is stunned into silence. Even Tick is quiet. Then they all begin clapping and cheering. Tick, despite himself, joins in.
Wow.
The noise from the flashback permeates the reality of Perry washing the dishes from dinner in his kitchen, lit by cold moonlight. Once finished, he eyes the bow-crowned camera box for his daughter on the dining table. He shakes his head and grabs it on the way to his bedroom, turning off the lights as he goes. After dressing for sleep, Perry sits on the edge of his bed, staring at an alarm clock. A hand slips onto his shoulder and he flinches.
It's just me.
Right, I know. I just... It's too late.
You can't control her, you know that.
I know. I just don't want her to... I want her to be happy.
She can never be happy if she's caged and controlled. You treat her like a slave.
I'm protecting her.
From what?
From... I want her to live as long as possible.
Eventually, she's gonna die. And you can't control that.
Sometimes I don't know what to say to you. What I can say to you. I'm afraid one day I'll say the wrong thing and you'll leave. And you'd never return.
You can't control that either. Tell me what you want to say. Just don't think about it. Just speak to me as a friend, as a lover, as a wife.
I can't.
You won't. You will not. You live in fear, and that will only draw pain.
Mo, still in the driver's seat of the Team Iris van, zooms in with her camera on Cheryl Herring and Kelvin talking on the porch steps of 1968 Blackflower Drive. She adjusts the camera for night shoot, vaguely aware that Larry and Violet are kissing by the side of the van.
You're a good kisser.
So are you.
You're doing it weird. What's wrong?
What do you mean?
You're all distracted. What's up?
Don't you need to go home?
Don't you want me here?
Oh, God, yes. But...
I don't want to go home.
All right. But your dad...
Don't worry about him. Come on. Kiss me right.
He scares the shit out of me.
I don't want to go home.
Okay. I gotta stay here all night, Violet. I gotta be here when Curly shows up for the morning shift.
I'll stay up with you.
Don't you need to sleep?
Don't you?
I slept today while you were at school.
I'm special that way. I don't need to sleep.
Well, you're young.
I'm not that young.
Your father thinks so.
Will you get off him? God! I should never have come out here.
She storms away towards her car. Larry goes after her.
Wait, Violet, I'm sorry. Okay, this is new for me. I've never...
Violet stops and turns towards the Blackflower house. A strange expression of wonder and horror spill across her face. It halts Larry dead in his tracks.
Violet, are you okay?
In the Team Iris van, Mo straightens up and zooms in on Kelvin, peeping through the removed slat on the shuttered window. Larry hurries to Mo.
Mo, who was that? Did you see someone go inside?
That bitch, Cheryl Herring.
Why did she scream? Is she okay?
I don't know, genius. I'm not in there, am I?
What's Kelvin doing here?
I don't know. They were having some kind of argument before, but I couldn't hear. I'm not on sound.
Are they sleeping with each other?
Probably everyone else is.
I thought he liked Patty.
The fuck do I know? I just report.
Larry looks back to Violet, who is slowly walking towards the house. She is shaking. Larry runs to her.
Violet, are you okay?
Larry touches her and flash! In the pitch black, Larry is instantly inside the house. The creaking has returned, but the spoons are quiet. And something more. A deep, low-toned rumble like the depths of the ocean and the far reaches of space. There are others present as well, but it's too dark to discern who or how many.
Violet, what happened?
Who the bitch are you?
Larry is touching Cheryl Herring. He can barely make her out by the dim light of her neon glow-in-the-dark rave necklace. He recoils his hand and whack! Larry's back outside in the street and in shock. Violet continues her slow trek to the house as if in a trance. Cheryl Herring screams again from inside the house, and Violet lets out a muted version as well.
Violet, can you hear me?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
communicating.
With Cheryl?
She's going to die in there, or she's already dead. I can't tell.
Tell her to get out.
The front doorknob of the house rattles, but the door does not open. Then there is banging on the door.
She can't get out.
Larry runs to the front door and tries opening it, but with no luck. He rams it with his shoulder, kicks it, then he bangs it with his fists. No luck.
Cheryl, can you hear me? Mo, get me a crowbar or something.
We just report.
Get me a fucking crowbar, Mo, or I'll pound you.
Mo, a little scared, begrudgingly searches for a crowbar and brings it to Larry, all the while filming.
Hurry. Violet, stop moving.
Okay.
She stops. Mo gives the crowbar to Larry and he goes to work on the front door. Mo continues to film. Larry pries off the front doorknob and makes some scratches and dents, but the door remains firm. Kelvin creeps around the corner to watch.
You can't get in now.
Mo turns the camera on to Kelvin.
Kelvin, do you know something about this place? Do you know what's going on in there? Who is with Cheryl and what is your relationship with her?
Shut up, Mo!
Larry moves to a window and quickly removes the storm shutters. Kelvin helps. Then the three look inside the black window but can only vaguely see Cheryl Herring being jostled to and fro around the room. It appears that several others are in there physically harassing her, but it's hard to tell what's going on inside the house. The only light is her neon glow-in-the-dark rave necklace. Her movements are bizarre in that they seem too fast, as if she were in a sped-up movie.
What? Is she... Are they tweaking?
No, things just move different in there. Sometimes faster, sometimes not at all.
Suddenly, Cheryl Herring is slammed down to the ground hard. She cries out in pain and fear. Larry cocks the crowbar back and smacks it into the window. The window cracks into a big fissured spider web. He strikes again with both hands, and the glass shatters back out at them.
Hey, you in there! Let her go! Now!
The others inside ignore him and hold her down.
I said stop!
They ignore and continue.
Oh God, please help me!
Call Sheriff Jackie!
Mo films and dials. Kelvin runs away. Larry tries to climb in through the open window armed with the crowbar but can't get past the threshold of the window frame. As if an invisible force field was blocking him. He falls backwards onto the yard.
What happened?
I don't know. But it's freezing in there.
Inside, it seems one of the figures has mounted Cheryl Herring. She screams, and so does Violet. Larry turns to see that Violet is lying on the ground, convulsing. He runs to her, but is careful not to touch her. Mo continues to film both Violet and Cheryl Herring. Simultaneously, across town, Perry bolts awake in his bedroom, wide-eyed. He rushes into Violet's room before realizing she's not there. Then he grabs his phone and dials while getting dressed. In another part of town is Dr. Peel's hospital, a typical small and simple veterinarian's lab. Dr. Peel is a large, plump man with a pleasant laugh and an awkward smile. He consults with Jackie while Lee comforts Cherll B in the background.
I dressed the wounds on her hands, wrist and back, gave her something for the pain, but she refused. The wounds are mostly superficial, but I would still advise her to lay off the heavy lifting for a while, maybe 6 weeks at least. Her head seems okay, 5 stitches on the hairline, lucky for her. She seems pretty cognizant, but I'd like her to stay here for the night. For observational purposes, she might have a slight concussion. Or she might be pregnant.
She's not pregnant. You're not, right?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Okay, thanks, Dr. Peel. Is it okay if I talk with her?
If it's okay with her.
Cherry,
Uh-huh.
you okay with this?
Mm-hmm.
I'll make some coffee.
You sure about this, Cherry?
Yes, ma'am. I'm good, Sheriff.
Jackie. Just call me Jackie right now. Like the old days.
I'll try.
Good. Anytime you want to stop, you just say so, okay?
Do you want to document this for the record?
Cherll B consults her watch while Jackie slyly presses record on a small digital recorder.
Let's just keep it informal for now.
Oh my God, is it Monday?
No, it's Thursday, the 16th.
Oh, my watch must be off.
Can you tell me what happened? Do you remember? At 1968 Blackflower Drive.
Uh-huh.
Take your time.
It started with, did you get the camera from the scene?
No, we're still processing all that.
Okay, that part will have to wait then. I think I was poisoned or drugged somehow, so it's hard to know what was real or not. Maybe the water in the pipes, it's salt water running through the pipes in that place. Maybe it's got a hallucinogen in it.
Okay, why don't you go through it with me and we'll decide later what was real or not.
All right. I got really freaked out. I remember seeing my hands, and it must have been a reaction to whatever's in the water, that salt water that I was drugged with. I go downstairs, but couldn't open the door with my hands. It's too painful, and the door, there was something wrong with the knob. It wouldn't turn. So I called you, Jackie. Then I called you.
Yeah, I would have answered, but I lost my phone.
Let's just let Cherry talk for now, okay, Lee? Go on, Cherry.
The lantern. The lights, they went out. But first they turned on.
The house lights.
Yes, they were. It was like maybe they were on a timer.
Okay.
So the lights went out, and I was so scared. I couldn't move. I knew I should find a way out or something, but I couldn't move. And then the lantern. That battery-operated lantern you had at the scene, it starts floating down the hallway, then down the staircase. I mean, it couldn't have been floating. Someone was obviously carrying it, but it seemed like it was floating. It scared me so bad. And then I fainted or blacked out. I remember waking up with a thick pain in my head, like I was hit with a shovel. I was in the dark, but I wasn't alone. The ground was wet. It stung my hands, more salt water. I could hear others. They weren't talking, but I could hear them. Sitting there, waiting, like me. I could feel them, even though no one was touching me. And it stank bad. Like piss. And old water, and BO, and feces, and fear. Fear. I could actually smell the fear in that place. And at first, I thought we were in a large bus or something, because I felt this odd emotion underneath me. Then I thought it was an earthquake. And then the voice. Can I have some water?
All three hand her a glass of water.
Thank you.
Hey, are you okay to continue?
Yeah.
Okay. What did the voice say? Who was it?
I don't know who it was, but it wasn't really a voice. It was more just like in my head. It told me it was a male voice, though. I remember that. It definitely was male, and it told me. He didn't really tell me. I felt the instruction happen in my head. Reach out, grab, pull back.
Cherll B demonstrates. It's as if she's rowing a small boat.
I reached out. I grabbed the air, but when I tried to pull back, there was resistance, as if someone was holding my wrists, but no one was there. So I couldn't pull back, and that's when the whipping started. It must have happened because of my back, but I guess I was drugged and then made to play out some weird fantasy. That's why some of it seems real and some doesn't. I don't know which it was though. Because every time I didn't follow the instructions, reach out, grab, pull back, I was whipped. Others were whipped too. I heard it. The cracking. A low thud. Like a bass drum.
Cherry.
I heard crying and pleading. And the anger. The silent anger. So quiet, but so loud. Like the stillness of a bomb waiting to go off. That scared me the most. I must have been doing that for hours. But it seemed like days. I don't remember eating or sleeping or going to the bathroom. My stomach hurt. Just reach out, grab, pull back, thud. Eventually, I just collapsed. Too tired to continue, too tired to care. I waited for the lashing, but it never came. I saw a slender beam of sunlight sear its way across the room. It was so dark that beam was like a laser in the room. I fumbled over and came to a ladder. I climbed it, found the doors, and left.
Where were you?
I was in the house, in the cellar.
The house on Blackflower Drive has no cellar.
I might have hallucinated it. That's what I remember.
Okay. What then?
I went home and Lee took me to... Oh my God! We have to check on my dad and grandma.
Cherll B gets up too quickly and stumbles. Lee, Jackie, and Dr. Peel catch her.
Easy there, girl. Easy.
Hold on. What are you talking about, Cherry?
Mildred was having an off day, and Bill and her got in a skirmish with a shotgun.
Cherry, I'm sure they're okay. Bill's a big guy. He can take care of himself and his mother. They're in good hands.
But there was a shotgun blast.
That's true.
Yeah.
Probably just a hole in the wall that'll need repairing. Have you ever known your father unable to handle a situation?
Okay.
Okay. So, do you remember anything else?
What do you mean?
Like moving John or Jane Doe around, removing their organs.
I removed them for the autopsy. I dissected them, reported my findings, and then placed them in the Tupperware. Did you get the camera from the scene?
No.
We need to look at that camera. That'll give me an idea of how much I remember and how much really happened.
Okay. Hold on.
Back on Blackflower Drive, Larry is kneeling over Violet, avoiding any physical contact. Mo splits her filming between what she can see inside the house and Violet. Violet continues to mimic Cheryl Herring's screaming.
Aren't you gonna do anything?
Larry, out of ideas, grabs Violet and he is instantly in the house again. Once inside, there is confusion with the others as Larry materializes. One of the others points at him and speaks in an ungodly, undefinable language. Dead speak. Larry pushes off the others that are on Cheryl Herring and carries her to the door. Another other shouts at him in dead speak. Outside, Violet speaks for the others.
Get him. This one will eat.
Back inside, the others charge Larry, punching and stabbing him while he tries to carry Cheryl Herring out. He reaches the door, but it won't open. Unable to carry her, fend off the attacks and deal with the stuck door, Larry drops her and fires. Larry's again outside, but now he's bloodied and beaten from the attacks from the others. The unique stab wounds resemble the ones found on John and Jane Doe. Mo, stunned, can barely speak.
I just got that all on tape.
A police siren blares as Jackie speeds to a stop in her cruiser. She rushes to them, gun drawn.
What's going on?
Cheryl Herring is getting gang raped in there.
How many of them are there?
I don't know.
Are you okay, Larry?
Larry can only nod. Jackie looks to Violet, who is still in a mild seizure.
What's wrong with her?
You're the detective.
All right, stay out here.
Mo films as Jackie goes to the front door and notices the dents, scratches, and damage from the crowbar. She tries to kick it open, but it won't budge. She goes to the open window and peers inside. She points her flashlight in, but the darkness inside the house eats the flashlight's beam. She can only see vague, thin shapes moving fast, lit by Cheryl Herring's neon glow-in-the-dark rave necklaces. Holding her gun up but not aiming at anyone, consciously preventing hitting any innocents, Jackie shouts inside.
Hey! This is the Sheriff's Department of Blackflower County. Cease and desist all activities.
Jackie!
Cheryl, you're going to be okay. My name is Sheriff Jackie Milieu, and I order you to back away from the female.
The others continue to ignore, and Jackie fires a warning shot in the air. One of the others looks her way. One by one, the others turn and stare at Jackie.
Okay, now step away from the female.
One of the others lights a torch. The flame is surreal, almost as if it moves in reverse with a dark green tint. It illuminates the others somewhat. They appear to be blackened, glistening, rotting skeletons, all staring maniacally at Jackie. She feebly points her gun at them.
Don't move.
Harry skids his car in front of the house. He jumps out and rushes to Violet, who is crying on the ground.
Violet, can you hear me?
Yes. Daddy, what went wrong?
Harry straightens up and looks through the open window of the house. Mo backs away to the Team Iris van while still filming. The other, holding the torch, moves to Cheryl Herring, who is curled up on the floor crying.
Violet, I need for you to start your heart again.
What?
The other thrusts the ghost torch into Cheryl Herring. The torch goes through her and burns her insides. Cheryl Herring and Violet scream simultaneously. Larry desperately grabs Violet and everything freezes, except for Perry and Violet.
Daddy, what did I do wrong?
Nothing, sweetie. But you need to listen to me.
I'm communicating like you do.
I know, Violet. But you have to start your heart again.
I don't understand.
You feel me tapping your wrist?
My stomach burns.
I know, sweetie. It'll go away. Just feel the pulse. And find it in your heart.
Daddy. I feel it.
Everything unfreezes. Cheryl Herring's screams are awful. Jackie fires the gun at the others, but the bullets stop at the open window and weakly fall to the ground. Mo is back in the van, cowering with only the camera exposed. Larry, on his side, moans from his injuries, and Violet, now broken from her connection to Cheryl Herring, tries to calm her racing heart while Perry holds her.
You're gonna be okay, Violet. You're gonna be fine.
Perry looks through the open window again as the last of Cheryl Herring's horrible gasps die out. Jackie, out of ammo, pulls out her expanding baton, presses a button, and it extends. She attempts to enter the house through the open window, but is blocked by the invisible force field. The ghost torchlight disappears and the house goes black again. Jackie puts her hand up to the window and recoils with a hiss. It's freezing cold. She peers inside but can't see or hear anything. Cheryl Herring's neon, glow-in-the-dark rave necklaces slowly fade out. Jackie sighs heavily, sits down on the porch, not daring to give her back to the house, and pulls out a flask of whiskey. She and Perry exchange a wearied look.
Harry and Mary and lunch. What could be better than this bunch? We chat for a bit while we snack and sit. I think you're gonna like it. I've got a hunch.
Lunch Chat Show. The Big Time Talk Show is hosted by Harry and Mary Lunch. Fake tanned and lots of plastic surgery. Perry and Christiane, both in their early 20s, are seated across from them on the couch. Between them are various finger foods that they snack on.
Well, you two are just so adorable.
Perry and Christiane kiss. They smile lovingly at each other.
See what I mean? So, when's the big day?
Next year in February.
Oh, really? Oh, that is so great. I love February weddings.
Now, you said before that you don't own any pets.
That is correct.
Okay, so no puppies, or kittens, or rabbits, or turtles, or lizards, or hamsters, or...
What about goldfish?
Nope.
Are you allergic?
No.
Do you not like animals?
Oh, I love animals. I mean, we love animals. Actually, Chris wants to get a Great Dane.
Oh, really? I love Great Danes.
It's just that when I was a kid, I had one, and he would put his paws on my shoulders and stand on his hind legs, and he was tall enough, and I was short enough that I could waltz with him.
Adorable. Yeah. So, Perry, what's the problem?
Oh, well, pets are usually, after they pass, they usually come back to their owners.
Really? That's wonderful.
Well, in theory, but when you pass, you don't magically transform into your ideal optimum self. You remain in the body you died in when you died. Yeah, if your dog gets hit by a car and passes on, he'll come back with broken legs and a smashed head. So he comes back confused and suffering.
Ooh. Really? Oh my gosh. I mean, that's the most horrible thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, it's unbearable. So that's why I stay away from owning any pets.
So one feels pain in the afterlife.
Well, that one I'm still trying to figure out. Some do, some don't. I think it might be psychosomatic. I mean, you see your leg is broken, so you think it should hurt even if it doesn't, but try explaining that to an animal.
Oh, you just blew my mind. But I do have to ask, what about plants?
I'm sorry?
What about plants as pets?
I never really thought about that.
Okay, sorry, but my producers are signaling me. Okay. It's time. Are you ready?
Christiane clenches Perry's arm and gives her a reassuring look.
Yes, I'm ready.
Are we really doing?
Bring out the doctor! Yes, of course.
Dr. Cambry enters, wheeling out a heart rate monitor and a small tray of supplies. He is very good-looking, although too thin, wears a doctor's smock and dangles a stethoscope around his neck. His demeanor is skeptical but professional. as he goes to Perry and starts hooking him up to the machine.
Now, Dr. Cambry is a certified pulmonary physician and will monitor Perry while he performs his trick. Is that okay to say it like that?
It's your show.
Okay!
Oh.
You ready?
I am prepared.
Perry, are you ready?
Yep.
Audience, are you ready? Okay! Fired up!
Dr. Cambry does, and the heart rate monitor starts beeping Perry's pulse.
BPM 53.
Oh, this is exciting!
Okay, Perry, whenever you're ready.
Perry grins and nods, then stares into the middle distance. His silent breathing and serene expression exudes complete peace. Oddly, the heart rate monitor starts beeping faster.
BPM 100.
Dr. Cambry, what does 100 BPM mean?
It means 100 beats per minute.
Ah, is that high?
Not really. I wouldn't really get concerned until it reads 300.
BPM 200.
Wow, that seems really fast.
BPM 300.
Okay, so now we are concerned?
Mr. Morbus, how are you feeling?
Fine.
His breathing hasn't changed. I think he's okay. But...
BPM 400. Caution.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, Mr. Morbus, I need for you to lower your heart rate.
Hold on.
BPM 500.
Oh, kidding aside, Doc, you gotta do something here.
The audience grows uneasy, and Mary puts her hand over her mouth. Christiane watches in quiet concern. Dr. Cambry pulls out a syringe and fills it.
BPM 0.
Oh my God.
Somebody call 911.
Dr. Cambry opens Perry's shirt to inject him, but he stops the doctor.
That won't be necessary.
What's going on?
It's my trick. I stopped my heart.
Dr. Cambry, confused and panicked, puts on a stethoscope and listens for a heartbeat from Perry's chest. The audience is stunned.
Breathe. And again.
Perry, are you okay?
And
I
again.
am.
Breathe.
Doctor?
Shh. Excuse me. I don't understand. This isn't possible. He should be dead.
And that machine is working properly?
I tested it on myself 10 minutes ago backstage. It's I don't understand. I just checked with my stethoscope. His heart is not beating.
Okay, he's done the trick. Can he come back now?
Oh, yes, of course.
Wait, excuse me, but one question, please.
Perry?
Just one.
Thank you. In this state, do you need to breathe?
No, sometimes I do it though, out of habit.
Fascinating. Are you in any pain?
Okay, Perry, stop showing off. Come on back.
Perry smiles and kisses her. She grimaces. He concentrates again. Dr. Cambry rushes to Perry with his stethoscope. The heart rate monitor goes from flatline to 587 BPM with beeps to match.
BPM 587. BPM 480. BPM 360. BPM 200. BPM 43.
Once settled, Perry inhales deeply and lets out a long, slow exhale. The studio audience is dead silent.
Kids, don't try that at home.
Oh my gosh. That was the most amazing thing I have ever seen.
So, Perry, you have to do that every time you communicate with the dead?
Yes.
Did you see anybody just now?
Perry looks out at the audience. They regard him with unease.
Harry, your audience is alive and well.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Mr. Perry Morris and the soon-to-be Mrs. Christiane Morbus.
Oh my.
I'm Harry Lunch, and this is my wife Mary, and we'll be right back.
Perry kisses Christiane once again, only this time she smiles, relieved. Kelvin is in the overcast dream field again. holding the Valentine's Day card, and looks up to see Patty joined by Brad. They walk past him to the Blackflower house. Kelvin screams and runs after them, but he makes no noise and moves in slow motion. Brad opens the door and kisses Patty in the doorway. Inside the house await the blackened skeletal creatures. Kelvin yells and reaches out, but the oblivious couple enter and the door slams shut. Then a giant pool of water surrounds the house and the house sinks into it. Kelvin shuts his eyes. When he opens them, he is in his trailer home fighting the crab-like monster. The older man has been stabbed to death and the older woman is hanging from the ceiling. Kelvin notices that he is also outside at the same time watching through a window. The crab-like monster, now more humanoid, more feminine, raises its arms. The blades for hands have been replaced with large syringes. Kelvin screams and strikes out. Then he watches from outside while his other self and the crab-like monster explode into a fire that engulfs the trailer. Kelvin awakes outside in a pile of leaves. The rising sun offers some comfort in the cold woods. He hears something, grabs a nearby stick. As he scans the area armed with the stick, his stomach hungrily growls. Not too far away, Jodie's police cruiser sits hidden on the Bowler property, staking out the residence. While Jodie continues to sleep in the back seat, Ron pours a cup of coffee from a portable coffee maker. The aroma wakes Jodie, who moans.
Good. You're up. Want a cup?
Coffee fucks up my medicine.
What? Your medicine? Coffee messes up your medicine? What are you talking about?
What? No. Coffee fucking tastes like medicine.
Oh. Well, you'll get used to it, kid. Believe me, you'll need it.
Ron offers a cup, but Jodie shakes it off. Jodie checks his phone. 23 missed calls.
How long was I out?
12 hours.
Shit.
Don't worry about it. You'll build up tolerance for long hours. Just try not to curse, all right?
Sorry.
And stop apologizing. Just remember to do better.
Copy that. I gotta go use the facilities.
Ron points to a large dead tree close by.
Can't I just go inside?
Think before you speak.
Copy that.
Be careful and be quiet.
Copy.
Jodie exits, goes behind the tree and dials his phone. Ron sips his coffee. A figure emerges from the woods by trailer 1. It's Kelvin. He trudges along, sad, tired, and dragging a sizable stick. Ron checks on Jodie, but he is busy behind the large dead tree. Ron sets down his coffee and stealthily exits the vehicle. Kelvin approaches the front door of trailer 1 while Ron covertly closes in. Kelvin reaches the front door and looks up at the top of the door frame. There is a broken piece of tape there, and he furrows his brow. Then he frenetically looks behind him and anxiously walks back towards the woods. Ron, too far to catch him, calls out,
Kelvin! Wait!
Kelvin runs behind the trailer and Ron follows. Once Ron rounds the bend, he is pelted by 3 water balloons. One splashes him in the face and he grunts in pain. The liquid stings his eyes. Kelvin holds a lit Zippo and ignites the stick.
I just want something to eat.
Ron is hunched over trying to wipe his eyes of the gasoline.
Kelvin, we only want to talk to you. We need to know.
When I talk to you, you make me say things that I didn't do.
That won't happen this time. I promise.
What about Deputy Lines?
She's not even here. It's just me.
I don't believe you.
Kelvin throws a lit stick at Ron and he catches on fire. Kelvin runs away while Ron quickly rolls on the ground to put the small flames out. Kelvin runs into the woods, but in his tired and panicked state, he trips and falls. Before he can get up, Jodie pounces on him and thrusts his knee into his back. Kelvin struggles, but Jodie has a firm hold of him and he cuffs him.
Gotcha! I thought you'd get away again, huh? Still think you're smarter than me, huh? Now, if I let you go, are you gonna cooperate? Kelvin, stop squirming. Kelvin, you know I'm stronger than you, and you know we gotta take you in. Don't make me spray you. All right, good. That's good, Special. That's good, Kelvin.
With Kelvin prone, Jodie snaps a picture of him with his phone.
Deputy Umber! Deputy Umber, I got him. Deputy Umber! Ron? What did you do? Did you do something to him?
Jodie digs his knee deeper into Kelvin's back and dials his phone.
Deputy Umber! Please respond! What did you do to him?
People die.
At the Blackflower house in the morning sun, Jackie, despondent, sits on the porch steps. She holds her flask in one hand and her expanded baton in the other. Perry approaches.
Sheriff? Sheriff.
She looks up at him, eyes bloodshot as if she hasn't blinked in hours.
I'm gonna head out. Violet's finally asleep, and I want to take her home.
How's Larry?
His mom picked him up about 20 minutes ago. She's taking him to St. Ascalia Hospital in the city. Have him checked out. Might need tetanus shots.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm just gonna be on my way.
What happened in there, Perry?
How should I know?
Don't. Just don't. You know something.
It's none of my business.
It is your business.
Not anymore.
You live here in this town, and that place has claimed 3 lives that we know of. Don't you give a shit? Don't you feel, I don't know, accountable?
I'm taking my daughter home. My advice to you is my retired professional opinion. Stay out of that place. Pretend it's a volcano. Good luck.
You can expect a call from me.
Without a hitch in his step, Perry walks to his car. Violet is asleep in the passenger seat. Perry drives off. Jackie stands up and walks over to the open window. She spots the bullets she shot on the ground and picks them up. They are flat as if they hit a steel wall. She touches the open window, and her hand goes right through it. She looks inside and sees blood and a single broken necklace, but no bodies. She walks over to the front door, slightly ajar. She pushes, and it creaks open, revealing a deep, low rumble of the sea and space. Jackie braves a foot forward, but halts at the threshold. She cannot commit to entering. Moments later, Jackie is attaching police caution tape to the shut front door. Then she goes to the open window and does the same. At the Iris van, Mo is sleeping in an uncomfortable position across the front 2 seats, camera still in hand. A loud tapping wakes her with a start. Curly is peering inside the vehicle.
Hey, Mo. What the hell happened? Where's Larry?
Downtown in the city, Side Chick's car pulls up to Jess Martin's duplex. She steps out and we see that her appearance has drastically changed. Her goth jewelry and makeup are gone. Her hair is in a tasteful bun and her clothes resemble a government employee. Side Chick is almost unrecognizable. She walks up to the front door carrying a cheap briefcase and rings the bell. She grins at the sign that reads, "Absolutely no solicitations. City business only."
Who is it? Rachel Singleton. I need to pick up some documents on Philip Trayton.
ID.
I just started. They haven't given me one yet. I should get it by the end of the week.
That's today.
Look, I'm the new hire, so they sent me here for my first assignment. They told me I'd get nowhere with you, but can you help me out? prove them wrong.
A short, slight man who looks older than he is opens the door crack.
Are you alone?
Hi. Yeah, alone. They're not making it easy for me.
Jess reluctantly opens the door and allows her in.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much.
The inside is a hoarder's house. Jess leads side chick through a maze of stacked car batteries, water jugs, canned food, and oxygen canisters.
All right, what documents do you need?
Oh, well, actually...
They continue to Jess's office, a mess of a room with papers, files, and binders.
Holy crap.
Yeah, what documents do you need?
Are you sure we're going to be able to find them?
You're gonna help. What documents do you need?
Oh, Philip Trayton's will.
Philip Trayton. He's been dead for over 100 years.
Oh.
Do you mean Philip Trayton Jr.?
Yes.
Yeah, because he's been dead over 50 years, or maybe you mean Philip Trayton III.
I'm sensing a pattern. Is he dead too?
He scrutinizes her with a mean look.
I like you. What's your name?
Rachel Singleton.
Rachel, yeah, well, Phil Trayton III is in Blackflower County, and that is in that pile over there.
All right, seems doable.
Yeah, and also in this stack here, and there, and, let's see, some over there in that area, yeah.
He motions to a few different stacks of papers in the room, and side chick rolls her eyes and sighs. She notices a monitor on the wall of the front door. Above it are several pictures with X's on. Back at Dr. Peel's office, warm and comfy with a desk, couch, and fireplace, the flames crackle as Cherll B sleeps on the couch. Dr. Peel is asleep next to her in a plush lazy boy chair. Lee is sitting on the edge of the couch, thinking intently. He looks over at the sleeping two, glances at the desk clock, and carefully slips off the couch and exits the room. In the kitchen, Lee sees a bowl of apples and goes to it. On the way, he sees a phone. It is an odd phone that is coin-operated.
Misogynist and a tightwad.
Lee digs in his pocket for change, inserts a quarter, and pauses. He can't remember any number to dial. He finally recalls his own.
Hi, it's Lee Smith of Team Iris Investigations. Leave a message. Sidechick, when you get this, call me.
Lee hangs up, tries to remember another number, but fails. He fishes out another quarter and dials. At Blackflower Sheriff Station, Maple is sitting in her wheelchair eating a fresh pastry.
Hello, Blackflower Sheriff's Department. Maple speaking.
Hi, Maple.
Lee? Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine. I need a favor.
Oh, my heavens. It's been so long. How are you?
Maple, I'm tired, I'm busy, and will you please just do me this favor?
Oh, yes, anything. I'm glad to help. That's what I'm here for. What do you need? A cake?
A cake? Don't you work for the Sheriff's Department?
What do you need?
I need Mo's number, her phone number.
Mo?
Maureen, Horowitz?
Don't you already have her number?
I lost my phone.
Oh, no.
So, can I have her number?
Well, don't you remember it?
No.
That's the trouble with everything being automated these days. You can't even remember your girlfriend's phone number.
She's not my girlfriend.
I thought you were seeing Cheryl Lincoln.
Mom! Can you get me the number or not?
Maple looks up the number on her Rolodex.
555-6957.
All right. Thanks.
Lee?
Yeah.
I
know.
I miss you.
I know.
Can we maybe...
Bye, Maple.
Lee hangs up. Maple hangs up and fights back tears. Lee shakes it off, listens for Cherll B and Dr. Peel, then inserts another quarter and dials. In the Team Iris van, Curly is watching the footage Mo shot last night on the camera monitor. He is white as a sheet.
Hello?
Mo, it's me.
Lee, where have you been?
Long story.
Well, I've got some footage for you.
Good. Bring it to the meeting.
When?
In an hour, at Side Chicks. Call Larry and Curly, too.
Well, Side Chick's in the city, and Larry's in the hospital.
What?
I told you a lot happened.
All right. Tell me all about it at Side Chicks.
But she's in the city.
I've got a key.
How come you have a key?
Lee hangs up. Inside the Team Iris van, Mo slams the steering wheel.
That motherfucking cheating asshole!
Who's that?
Jackie is at the driver's side window.
Mo, Curly.
Mo lowers the window.
Jackie?
I'm gonna need the memory card on that camera.
It didn't record anything.
I'll be the judge of that.
I'm telling you, it's just blank. It's very dubious.
Curly.
Curly meekly puts the camera in Jackie's hand. She takes out the memory card and hands back the camera.
When this is all done, I won't forget how you helped.
Thanks.
Hey. Don't go in there, okay?
You don't have to tell me.
I'm serious. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. I was here, Jackie. I
Good.
know.
Okay. Be safe.
Jackie walks away. Mo looks to Curly, who is watching her go. Then Curly smiles and opens his hand to reveal a memory card.
Nice work, Slick.
Certainly.
Welcome to Nighttime with Gabby.
A late-night talk show opens with a high production value, stylish set, famous guests, house band, and a genuinely enthusiastic audience. A seasoned female comedian, Gabby Time, hosts the show.
So, as most of you know, on March 15th, a miraculous event took place at St. Leon Hospital. 33 coma patients with nothing in common, with no new medical treatment, suddenly woke up, coherent and healthy, and were reunited with their family and friends. Their stories were broadcast out internationally and touched millions of lives. Tonight, though, we have the man and his crew of paranormal agents, as he likes to call them, who, according to several doctors at St. Leon's, brought back those 33 people from a virtual sleeping death. Please welcome Perry Morbus and his crew of paranormal agents.
Her guests, Perry and Christiane, Violet, Dr. Cambry, and a bald, muscular man, Brock.
So, we've heard a lot from these woken coma patients, but not a lot from you. Why is that?
I don't know. Maybe because it's not about me or us.
That's a pretty humble statement from a hero.
I don't really consider myself a hero.
Right. Me neither. I mean, I recycle, so we're both kind of in a hero, non-hero boat. Okay, sorry. Why don't you tell me your side of this story? How did you wake up those 33?
Well, if it was me that actually did that, it was all an accident, really.
An accident? Really?
Yeah, kinda. I mean, it's...
oh no, I just spilled some coffee and I think I just accidentally cured cancer. Sorry. That kind of thing?
I didn't... We didn't go to that hospital to wake up 33 coma patients. We went there to help just one teenager, Anne McCaniel.
Really? That I did not know.
See? Not much of a hero.
Well, hold on there, your humbleness. What were you seeing this kid about?
A botched exorcism.
A botched exorcism? Sounds like my second divorce.
Really?
No. I'm kidding. Are you being serious?
Divorce and exorcisms are two vastly different endeavors.
True. I've never witnessed an exorcism, but evidently you've never been through a divorce.
I would never leave my wife.
Okay, hold on. We're getting kind of off track here.
Sorry,
It's not your fault, not your fault. You're not steering the ship.
Land ho!
Okay, I'm to just let that slide. You don't have Tourette's, do you?
No, do you?
Touche. Okay. Serious question. Now, Perry, you say you can talk to the dead. What's that like? I mean, do the dead speak English? Chinese? Does it matter where you're from? What about Pig Latin? Ooh. Do they curse? If I was dead, I would be doing a lot of cursing, believe me. Mostly against my second husband.
No, it's nothing like that. There are no words, no sentences, no grammar. It's more like ideas, images, and emotions and memories. Much akin to dreams.
Okay, that's incredible. Could you show us?
Everyone in this room would have to be dead first.
Well, that turned dark. Tell me, Perry, in all seriousness, have you ever told a joke?
What do you mean?
Well, no.
Your father doesn't tell jokes, Violet?
He tries to, but land ho. Violet. What? You told me to tell the truth.
Can your mum tell a joke?
Yeah, she's funny. She's cool. She talks to me like a normal person, not like a kid.
Well, your dad's pretty cool too, though, right?
I guess.
What are you talking about?
Perry, do you find it easier to talk to the dead than to your own live daughter?
In present time, Perry watches over Violet, who is sleeping soundly in her bedroom. Perry gasps and Chrissy-Ann appears. They whisper to not wake Violet.
Are you okay?
Yeah, just...
How is she?
Okay, she's all right. I mean, she's rattled. She's physically, emotionally, psychically.
How are you doing?
I'm great. I'm fine.
Perry, I saw what happened last night. How are you doing?
I'm scared. It's worse than I remember. I don't know how you survive out there, and I don't want her to have to deal with all that cruelty.
She's stronger than you think? You told me that.
I did? I thought you told me.
Maybe it's time for me to talk to her.
No, wait. Maybe it's not the right time, Chris.
This isn't about you.
I think it is.
Mom?
Violet is sitting upright, slightly shaken. She is staring at her mother. Chrissy-Ann finally reveals herself clearly. She has burn marks on her body and her clothes are singed. Her face looks like something was pulled out from the center of her brain. A bloody black socket has replaced her nose. Her upper mouth is crushed. Both her eyes are bloodied. She looks like a monster. Violet starts crying and stretches out her arms.
Mom! I miss you so much.
No. Oh, I know, Violet, my precious flower. It's Mom! It's Mom, Dad. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I'll be back in 5.
Chrissy-Ann gives a final nod to Perry, and he leaves. Perry respectfully closes the door. He stands in the hallway, unsure what to do. Then he hears a dog whimpering. He rushes to the kitchen. Perry sees a Great Dane, Loki, with broken legs and a smashed body. The dog looks up at Perry as best he can. Perry kneels down and puts his hands on the dog. The dog slowly heals from his touch until fully recovered. Happy, the dog licks his hands and face. Perry stands, and the dog rises up on his hind legs, putting his paws on him, and they waltz. News footage of a massive graveyard on fire. A TV reporter talks to the camera. In the background, the red and orange flames burn while firefighters scramble around.
We're still trying to get all the details, but it seems there was some kind of gathering here of about 30 people. At this point, no one knows for sure what they were doing here. Some say it was a party. Others speculate some sort of cult ritual. We don't know if the fire was started by them, either accidentally or on purpose, but we do know that the majority of those people are currently trapped inside the giant ring of flames. Firefighters are trying to figure out a way to contain the inferno as well as devise a rescue plan. Unfortunately, Oh, hold on a second. Something's...
The camera focuses on a figure emerging from the flames. A fireman escorts him to a paramedic van. It is Perry, white as a ghost, carrying a barely conscious 13-year-old Violet.
Excuse me, sir, excuse me, can you please tell me what happened? Sir, please. Can you tell me what happened, sir?
We're all gonna die.
Where's Dad?
I'm right here, Violet. I'm right here.
Where's Mom?
This has been 1968 Blackflower Drive, starring Brian Dullaghan, Brittany Joyner, Brett Pearsons, Ken Weiler, Amy Procacci, Marypat Farrell, Max Koch, Adam Sholder, Sarah Atwood, Ron Wood, Scott Conte, Douglas Sarine, Matt Kaminsky, Darcy Silveira, Sarah Pryzibilla, Saahil Anand. Written and directed by Brett Pearsons. Executive producer, Sarah Pryzibilla. Original score and sound design, Brett Pearsons. Audio engineering, Sarah Pryzibilla. Special thanks for this episode to Michael Krikorian, Geoff Dunbar, and Elizabeth Mestnik. Episode 4 coming soon.
Harry and Mary and lunch. What could be better than this bunch? We chat for a bit while we snack and sit. I think you're gonna like it. I've got a hunch.
Wow, that was incredible.
You were flat.
I absolutely was not flat. You
Shut
were flat.
up. Your hole is loud.
Prenup.
Oh!
Prenup.